Alright, hi everyone. Okay, so I'm back again, and this is something that I'm really looking forward to opening and showing you all. When I first saw these figures advertised, I wanted them so bad. I thought they looked really, really cool. And what are these figures? Well, these are the Sonic X Kidrobot vinyl figures. And you might notice I've actually got 2 crates here to open all by myself. So yeah, let's do that. And you might be... so I'm obviously joined by someone else in this video. Hi, yes. Hello. Yeah, this is my partner, aka girlfriend, who I've mentioned occasionally in some videos. And a bit of confession time, I only have one box. One of these boxes is hers, so...
So they're not both mine?
No, they're not both yours. Yeah, one of these boxes is yours and the other one is mine. And as you fully well know... So,
are you sure?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure considering I paid for one and you paid for the other. So, yeah, that's how I'm sure. Anyway, what we thought we'd do today is we have actually already opened these and looked in them. We know what's inside them.
So this video is just a lie.
Yeah, it's a big lie. It's a hoax. It's a scam. But then so is every YouTube video. Anyway, what we're going to do is we've opened them up. We know what figures are in here, and we know that there's a complete set. So we've put all the figures back in the boxes, but we've jumbled up the order. So we're going to open the video. We're going to open the boxes again, and we're going to take out the various figures that are in there, and we're going to show you them all. And we're going to talk about what we think of them, what we like, what we dislike about them, and then we're going to show you the full set of the figures, so you can actually see what a complete collection looks like. Okay, so I think probably the first thing to do is show everybody what the actual packaging looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to tilt the camera here. The front of the box is really cool. It's basically a variation of the classic Sonic 1 logo from the title screen. Only obviously it says Vinyl Miniseries and Kidrobot. And this actually has a small party trick as well, which we'll show you in a little bit. I'm going to show you the side of the box now, which you've already seen. Collect them all. And side of the box there. Back it says Kidrobot, and I'm not sure if there's anything on the back. No, it's just blue. Okay, so I think the top box was mine, and
I think they were both mine.
No, they're not both yours. We've established this. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just take these out and show what they look like. Okay. Okay, so now that we've got the camera sort of focused well, we're going to open up each of our boxes. And
stock.
Oh, there you go. And we're just going to take some random figures out of the box, and we're going to have a look at what we got.
So these have been pre-opened.
Yeah.
And that's the robot.
Oops.
It's fallen over.
Yeah, they all have their own little stands on them, but we're
Yeah,
not...
I've not actually opened any of the stands yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
You actually need to destroy the packaging to get any of these. It's not mint in the box anymore.
Oh no, it's now worth slightly less.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that.
I like that as well. Also, I don't want to say... this is going to sound really stupid, but is it... I don't know if it's because of the angle I'm looking at, but it looks very Sonic CD.
It does, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that is. It shouldn't do. It should just look like classic Eggman or Robotnik. But yeah, there's something about it which looks very... I'll just bring it up slightly. Very Sonic CD, and I can't really tell what it is. I'm guessing it's because you can actually see Robotnik from every angle, pretty much, as opposed to just side on or from the front, like he is in Sonic 1.
Oh, quite a few of the figures gave me a Sonic CD vibe, actually, while I was opening them the other day.
Anyway, I got Sonic! Yay! Yeah, finger wagging
just
Sonic.
Just the pose that's on absolutely everything.
Yep, it is on absolutely everything these days, so why not make a 3D figure of it? I like this. I don't know why, but I like it, even though it is on absolutely everything these days. Are we going to need... We're going to need to build all these. Right, for now, I'm just going to show the figures, I think, and then I'm going to put them back in the box, and then at the end when we put all the figures together, I might build them so we can stand them up.
Yeah, I think that'd probably
otherwise,
be an idea.
yeah, for now, I think probably just hold them up to the camera. Okay, so next ones.
Oh, this is exciting.
Oh, yay!
Another classic Robotnik.
This happened when I first opened mine. The first 5 of mine were all tails, and I was a bit... Let's just say, if you get a crate of these and you start to open them up and they're all the same figure, your excitement level rapidly drops.
Yeah, the thing about the crates as well is you get 20 figures in a crate, but there's only actually 14 in the set, so you will end up with quite a few duplicates.
Yeah, and we tried to be really clever. What we did was we believed that there was going to be at least one 1 in 40 rare figure. So we figured that so long as one of us had that 1 in 40 rare figure, we would note where that was in the box, and then we would look at the other box and see if the 1 in 40 figure was in the same spot.
That's not usually how it
but
works.
that isn't what happened. That is not what happened at all. That theory got completely blown out the water, and I'll show... Oh, I don't... Oh, it's a different Sonic. Yeah, it's a running Sonic now.
That one really reminds me of the first 4 figure Sonic.
Yeah, I should go upstairs and get that figure, and then we can compare it. But it does look very similar to that, and it looks similar to the.
It looks a lot like the one that came in the classic collection, collector's tin.
Yeah, that one as well. It also looks like a really small version of the bigger first 4 figures one that they did. Not the giant statue, but the.
Oh yeah, the actual PVC figure.
Yeah. Anyway, let's put.
Let's hope this isn't another Robotnik.
Oh, let's hope it is, and then people will understand the pain.
So this is actually one of the rarest figures in the set, and this is 1 in every 40 boxes.
Yeah.
It's a very pixely Sonic.
Yeah, I have to admit, when I first saw this guy in various renders, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't think it looked very good, but I think seeing it up close, it does look quite cool, actually.
Yeah, I think that is this one of the rare figures that actually stands up on its own base?
It might do. They do actually all have the same bases as well.
It does stand up on its own, not very well, but... Yeah, also this gave me an idea. It reminds me a lot of the... Is it Pixel one?
Yeah, I was just going to say it looks a lot like the Pixel Brick Sonic.
Pixel Bricks, that's it, yeah.
The Sonic and Tails that came out a while back.
Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to get another one of those and build it, but this time cover it in glue, or Craggle as they call it in the Lego movie, just so I have one that's solid, because I do think it does look really good.
I would like to sort of compare the two of them, because they look amazingly alike.
Yeah, I think we could do that at the end of the video, because I've got mine upstairs, so... Ooh. Okay, let's have a look at my number 3... Oh, actually, I should probably show you guys the little boxes that these things come in. You can buy these separately, however, there is absolutely nothing on them that gives you a clue as to what's inside. We've compared it very well, and we even compared the 1 in 40 rare figures to see what's inside them, and there's no identifying marks whatsoever. It's completely universal packaging. And, this is it. Oh, I know what this one is. This is one of the cooler ones. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's quite cool.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of this badnik.
Isn't it just Spikes? At least in the UK, at least in the English version, I think it's just Spikes.
It might be, yeah. I might call it Spikes a lot, or Mr. Pointy. Yeah, I'm also... Yay! More classic badnik figures.
Yeah, that was the main reason I wanted this set, actually, because I loved the badnik figures that Tommy done years ago, but obviously they're so hard to find now, and... I don't think we've really had a proper badnik figure since then, unless you count the Jazzwares badniks, which weren't really that great.
Broke. Which broke after a while.
I thought you meant that had broke.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I forgot Jazzwares isn't doing the toys now, so get quality.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I really like this guy, and his spikes are actually quite pinky and sharp as well.
Oh, here's another badnik.
Oh, it's the octopus!
I want to say this.
Oh! Yeah,
this badnik seems to be a bit broken.
Yeah, we've noticed this on a couple of other figures, not in our collection, but a bunch of people have said that some of their figures have arrived broken.
That's quite an easy fix, though. It's not. I think just a little dot of glue on that will be absolutely fine. But
just a little.
Yeah, it's slightly annoying, but it's still a really cool figure, though. And I think there's actually quite a few Badnik figures in this that weren't in the original Tomy set as well.
I also like this because this isn't necessarily, when you think of like Sonic Badniks, this isn't one which I think many people are like, oh yeah, the like I just jokingly called it the octopus. Like
Yeah.
I don't think it's one of the figures that people will instantly go to. Like people remember Buzz Bombers, they remember Motorbugs, Crab Meat, or the crab as they call it,
Yeah.
or the Jaws fish as they call it. But I don't think many people sort of go,
No,
oh,
it's
yeah,
not
the
really one that
octopus.
I would have picked to put in the set, to be honest, but...
I tell you what I wish there was a figure of, and I don't think it is in this set, and that's those little bombs that walk along and then just explode. I wish there was one of those.
Also, I wish there was one of the bunny.
The Bunny Badnik.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Splats. That's cool. Oh, here's the bane of my collection. Yeah, we're probably going to see this figure quite a lot because this figure seems to be extremely
Yeah, weren't like
common.
the first 5 that you unboxed, that one.
This was
Of the first few anyway.
I've actually just noticed here. I don't know if you're going to see it on the camera. This is actually, you get 3 of these in every 20 allegedly.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the most
And,
common ones.
Yeah, this basically.
That and the waving finger Sonic. I
Yeah,
think.
this was the very first figure I got when I opened up the box and picked out the first one when I very first got this, and then the second figure was this one, and then the next figure after that was the Tails flying, and then I got another one of these. And put it like this: as cool as Tails is, if you have spent a lot of money on one of these boxes and you're getting so many of those in a row, you're suddenly thinking, oh god, I'm not going to get a complete collection out of this. But yeah, that's Tails for you. And he has very sharp claws as well.
Oh yeah, and you probably have noticed on the side of the box there is more than one of each character in the set, and I especially like this one. This is the other Robotnik.
I love the Robotnik.
I do think this one is really cool.
Because yay,
Also, yay sort of stands.
yeah, and also not just yay Badnik figures, but yay Eggman / Robotnik in his Eggomatic.
Yeah, I think that is really cool. Because that was something that I always wanted a toy of when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh, we got one of my favourite Badniks in here. Oh, this. Yay. Right. One of my favourite Badniks, however slightly damaged during transit, a Buzz Bomber. Yeah, this one's quite annoying because obviously the wing's supposed to be up like that, but when I opened it up, it had bent quite badly, and I've noticed a few Buzz
Yeah, I
Bombers
noticed
which
the wings
a
are
little bit
quite
broken.
flimsy on them.
Yeah, fortunately it's not snapped off, although I sort of am tempted to snap it off just so I can set the wing better, but yeah, I do really like this one.
I'm not really going to look at this because it is another Spikes.
Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, God. Hey, Tails. Not seen you for about a minute.
Oh, this is one of the ones that I do really like in this set. It's the coconuts.
I'm Dr. Robotnik's favourite robot.
I'm still really disappointed we never actually got figures of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog robots.
I really wanted a grounder.
Yeah, I
When I was
did.
little, I really wanted a grounder.
I remember some kid actually told me years ago that they'd seen a Scratch and Grounder figure, but I think they were lying.
That kid lied.
I think they were
Although,
lying.
again, I've got to say, Coconuts it's a Badnik people remember from the show, but in terms of the game, I don't think it's one that people instantly go, oh,
I
yeah.
think probably the fact...
Oh, hey, Tails. Yeah, you could probably tell now. I've just had,
I don't think that Tails is cooler than the other one though. I like the
yeah, I
flying
like
thing.
it, and the tails are actually. It doesn't spin though, but that's okay.
It would probably break if it did. Why does Tails though, in pretty much almost every figure of Tails, he always looks sort of derpy. There's always something about his expression that's...
I don't know. In here, it kind of looks
It's
like
cute in this one, but...
it sort of looks like he's just flying for the first time and doesn't know how to stop.
Yeah.
It's like whoa, crash.
Another running Sonic, so not really going to look at that too much.
Alright then, so inside this figure, inside this box even, not figure, it's okay, oh, this was the if you've got yours ready, you might want to go
Oh,
first.
it's just flying
Flying
tails again.
tails.
So let's say bye to tails.
So this is a figure that when I saw what it was, when I opened up the silver I don't know what is the silver foil? Well, I'm guessing it's some sort of thing to design to sort of keep it secret even more.
Yeah, I think it's probably because I've seen quite a few of these boxes in shops that have actually been torn open. So I think these, when you actually get these, it's sealed and you have to actually sort of tug it here to get it open. So there's no way to open it with it absolutely destroying the pack.
When I saw this initially, I just saw it like that. And I instantly cheered because I knew it was one of the rare 1 in 40 ones. However, when I opened it up, I sort of tipped out the contents.
It's a grass.
Yeah, and I was like, what? Is this it? And I was like, wait, something's got to go there. And I couldn't figure out what it was.
What I do like about that is it just looks like they've sort of sawed a piece off of the bigger Kidrobot.
You say you like that? I don't like that.
I just think it's hilarious.
This is my figure. But yeah,
well, I'll take it.
No. It's actually you put a ring in there. It's
exactly like the base on the big Kidrobot statue.
It is literally exactly like that. It does look like they've just scraped up the remainder from the factory floor. But this really confused me when I first got it, because at first I thought, wait, this isn't the 1 in 40 figure, is it? But yes, it is. And I'll compare it here on the side of the box. To me, I thought it was going to be an item
box. Yeah.
But no, it's not. It's just a ring that just sort of sits there. And to be honest, I really don't think this is anywhere near as good as the Pixel Sonic.
Yeah, here's a much cooler figure.
That is so much cooler! Look at this! Which would you rather have as the 1 in 40
I think they look really cool sat together though, because I do really want that one, because I think sort of that, with the badniks sat around it, would look really cool in a display case.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like this one, because I think this is one of the badniks that you sort of think of first when you think of classic Sonic badniks, and I do think this is a really cool figure.
You got one of those with the old Jazzwares figures, didn't you?
There was a model bug with, I think it came with a classic Sonic, but it wasn't that great.
Right, okay, so this figure, I will show you it there so I don't have to take him out, because he's quite, well, as we've seen, he can break quite easily. That's the Octopus Badnik. I'm not going to call these by the proper names at all unless I clearly know them, so I'm just going to make up names for them all.
I think that's shameful.
It's very shameful, but I don't care.
What would you call this one? Just toothfish?
Jaws. Or Sharky.
Yeah, again, I think this is another one of the badniks that you sort of, like, just think of when you think of classic Sonic badniks, and I do think that's really cool.
Hey guys, I'm the design that they use on everything. Did I miss anything? Oh! Yeah, it's another Sonic doing the finger wag.
I think that is a really cool figure. I just hate that design
is used
so
on
amazingly
everything.
overused.
It's used on absolutely everything. I just realised it's also on the box as well.
I think especially when you look at like style guides and stuff, and there's so many poses they could choose from, but it's always that one.
Aha! It's the arch nemesis time.
Tails.
Oh, another Tails and another regular. Also, I should stress, just again for the video, the ones that I'm showing you are from one box, and the ones that my partner's showing you, they're from her box, so yeah, even though there's a lot of duplication here.
Yeah, another.
Speaking of.
Tails. I think I'm getting more sick of seeing Tails after opening these than what I was in the Sonic 2 special stages.
Yeah, here is the running Sonic again.
Oh, and here is Tails again. Yeah, you can tell that this one is quite a common figure.
Yeah, just imagine though, if you had one of these boxes, and I'm just going to sort of push this over here for now, and imagine first of all you pick 1, 2, 3, and they were all Tails, and then you get to the next one and it's a Tails, and the next one and it's a Tails, unless you're like the ultra Tails fan person.
This is another one of that Tails, so I'm not even going to take it out.
Yeah, unless you're like the ultra Tails fan who buys everything Tails and has Tails stuff.
I do think it'd be a lot.
I don't believe this. It's another Tails.
What I do think would be a lot worse though if you were actually buying these individually, like just every now and again, because you've got so much of a chance of getting Tails.
I think so many kids are going to stop getting these because they'll.
Oh, and here is waving finger Sonic again.
Yep. Aha! Here's something which we haven't seen for a while. Coconuts. We might have actually shown the full collection between us. I've
I'm
just
just actually
yeah, I think we actually
thinking that
have.
I think we have now got pretty much everything here.
Yeah, but I'm just going to go through the rest of mine anyway, just to show you guys what's in
Another
what's in
running
crate.
so it's one-leggy Sonic.
Aha, where's his leg gone?
It's in here. Yeah, I'm really noticing, like, it's not that common considering that we've got like 40 boxes here, and I think this is like the second one that was broke, but it's a little bit annoying.
Oh, I don't believe this.
Well, he has a leg though.
Yeah, this one has a leg, but it's the fact that it's the same figure. And actually, I just noticed this one's actually got some paint damage on it, just here. Nothing that a little paint and maybe a clean would fix, but it's still a little annoying. Yeah, keep knocking the camera down and keep dropping.
And here he is again.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, they're
the Sonic.
I think they're definitely not anywhere near as common as what it looks in this video, but if you are just buying a couple of these figures, you do have a good chance of ending up with one of these.
I've got a slightly uncommon one. Yay.
Toothfish.
Toothfish, Jaws, Sharky.
And another running Sonic.
Again.
I am surprised though still how similar this actually is to that mini first four figures one, because even the scale and everything is almost identical to that one that came with the classic collection set.
Also something that I would like to praise Kidrobot for with regards to these. Is this the first time this guy's had a figure?
No, he was in the original Tommy set. I'm sure he was.
Yeah. But yeah, again, this is one which I
don't think this guy, I always forget, was it Octus?
Is it Octus or?
Yeah, I don't think that was actually in the original Tommy set. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't seem to recall that actually being one of the figures.
Yeah, but the other thing I kind of want to praise Kidrobot for is Jaws. Whilst he's like a really iconic badnik, which lots of people remember, and obviously he's been in several games since. I don't think this is a figure that many manufacturers would rush to make, just purely because it's a fish.
Yeah, I suppose so. That's what I do really like.
Underwater badniks need love.
Yeah, I was just going to say at some point we will be looking at the keychains for this set as well.
Yeah,
the actual separate keychain set, and there's a lot of. Yeah, they've sort of give the badniks a lot of love in the keychains as well, and they're really cool. This is my last one. I've just realised I've opened them much faster than you have.
Yeah. It's the Buzz Bomber. Right, and I've got in here, I'm not going to take this one out because I've already seen it, it's Eggomatic Eggman.
I'm just going to start on your box now.
How dare you?
One of both my boxes.
No. Okay, these are the last two which were from my collection. Aha!
Yeah, another Robotnik. Or Eggman.
And I've got a Motobug. Right, okay, so...
I think that Motobug is my favourite badnik figure for this set.
I do really like it. I think my favourite might actually be... I'm not sure, it's either the Buzz Bomber or possibly the spiky one, just purely because I really like the fact that
That's quite cool as well.
I think I'd like the Buzz Bomber more if it wasn't for that both hours.
What I do like about the badnik figures as well, the thing that this was the first badnik I opened when I was opening the box, and what did surprise me is they're so much bigger than the Tommy figures. If anyone actually owns the original Tommy set. In fact, I think we've got a couple of them upstairs that we should probably show side by side.
We should. Okay, so we've now opened 40. Is it 40?
Yeah, 40 boxes.
40 boxes, and that's basically kind of the assessment. And we have lots of tails, and we have so many finger wagging Sonics. The first thing that I sort of think of when I go through all these is, good God, can you imagine trying to collect all of these if you just went to a store every other day and bought an individual box from the counter? It would take you weeks if you would ever complete it.
Yeah, I don't think with things like this now I'd be too willing to do that, because I think especially right now some of them are selling for slightly silly prices, but
they've only just come out.
Yeah, but I think they're really good figures, and I definitely recommend them to anybody, but I think it will...
Here's an example. Let's imagine you buy one of these and this is like the first figure you get. Oh yeah, that's really cool, I got a Sonic. And then you buy the second figure
you get another
and you get another one. And then this isn't so. This isn't this. And then let's pretend this is that Tails figure for a minute. You get that one, and then you buy another one, and it's the Sonic
another
again.
one.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna be like, no, this is a con. This is a rip-off. I'm not doing this anymore. Because I know that's what I was like with the original Tommy blind bags, and yeah, I think as cool as these figures are, I think there is way too much Sonic and Tails. Way too much.
I suppose it is to be expected.
It is to be expected, but I would.
But considering
really
some of the
prefer
figures that are in these, like figures, especially characters that we never get figures of, that people are obviously going to be buying the sets for.
It's stuff like the finger wagging Sonic is 3 in every 20, and the Tails waving at you is 3 in every 20. Really? Really? Can't we up one of the badniks maybe, or something? Okay, anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to put all the figures out in a display so you can actually see what a full collection looks like. Okay, so this is what the collection looks like in full, and we did say we were going to show some of the original Tommy Badniks for comparison. However, slight problem on that. These are the only Badnik figures from that series that I have here in this house at the moment.
Yeah, and I think mine are back in Glasgow. So.
Yeah, now I know this guy, I'm pretty sure he's in the keyring.
He's definitely in the keyring set.
Yeah, but...
Because I know there's a couple of Badniks in the actual Kidrobot keyring set which aren't in the figure set.
Yeah, however, those are in the keyring set, and I really don't want to get out all my Jazzwares Badnik figures just to try and show comparisons. However, there is one really interesting comparison. I mentioned earlier in the video that there was the Pixel Bricks Sonic, which is this one. Now, he's only got one arm at the moment because this arm has never stayed on very well, and I just don't want to be sat here in the video trying to pull it off. But we were quite shocked at the quality difference between these two.
Yeah, I really liked the Pixel Bricks when I first got them, but I didn't realise actually just how bad they look compared to the Kidrobot one.
I'm kind of the same. I thought the Pixel Bricks looked really cool, but now it's actually side by side with the... We can put them side on as well, maybe. Yeah, it's really quite shocking just how poor the Pixel Bricks figure really is.
I think that one has lost quite a few pieces as well, though, because I know they didn't hold together very well at all.
No, they didn't, but I think this is pretty much intact other than the arm, which is still on the shelf upstairs. Otherwise, maybe it's missing. I think that's the reason I wasn't really looking forward to this figure in the first place, because when I saw the renders, I was expecting something like this. Yeah, I was as well,
but it looks so much better.
The comparison is, it's quite shocking just how much better the Kidrobot one actually is. Even the shoes are better on the Kidrobot one.
Yeah,
everything's better.
Except for the fact he doesn't stand very well. He doesn't really.
Yeah, this is a problem we know.
Oh, he's actually stood this time, but.
Yeah, but he's not properly on the base.
Yeah, he's the only one that doesn't seem to attach to the base out of all these ones.
Now, there's a really cool one that attaches onto the base quite well, which is the octopus.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah,
His
it's how
feet sort of balance in the ring.
Yeah, I really like that. I like. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just this. I think this is a really awesome little collection of figures.
Yeah, I love them, especially the Badniks. I think Autobug's my favourite.
Yeah, I like him.
Really,
as well.
really cool.
Yeah. I'm not sure what else there is to say on these at the moment. Just that they're really good figures, and I'm a little disappointed that we're getting so many.
I was just going to say that I think really the only issue with these is the fact that there's 3 in every 20 of this Sonic and this Tails, and just the fact like most of our duplicates are those. Yeah. So if you're just buying them at retail, just getting a single box, you've got so much chance of ending up with one of these two.
Yeah, if you can, I would definitely recommend getting a crate.
Apparently out of a crate as well, you're guaranteed, as far as I'm aware, you will get a full set plus one of the 1 in 40 figures. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Everybody I know that's got a crate has got one or the other of
That's
these.
what I've seen as well. You get all the figures here, however you either get this or this if you buy a crate.
And I think a crate's probably the best option to go for, because then you've just got one figure to find rather than sort of collecting them in bits and pieces.
It probably is a lot cheaper in the long run. Something I've noticed as well on the on the base of the rings, it actually does have engraved into it Kidrobot, and does it say Sega? No,
There's
Sega
a
actually
little
printed, but
Sega print, yeah, on the bottom.
yeah. But otherwise, I don't really know what else we can say on this. I am expecting one of those monthly collection blocks to do a colour variant, because they always do.
Yeah, because what I am really surprised at actually is that there's not a supersonic, because that's what I was actually expecting to be the mystery figure before
I
it
was as well.
revealed, and I do think that would have been really cool to have like a classic
And I'm
style.
really shocked this isn't an item box.
Yeah, because especially in the actual keyring set, there's the other thing I thought that might have been, and this was going off the keyring set, was the actual signpost, like the end of
I
Act
suppose it could have
sign.
been that.
That's what I was expecting, that, or an item box. But
Yeah.
I do think that the ring looks cool though when
I
it's
like
sort of
it.
sat in amongst all the others.
I do sort of like it, but it does have a lot of charm taken off it for the simple fact that it does look literally like it's been chopped off.
Yeah, that's the only
bigger
thing that
vinyl figure.
is a bit weird about it.
In fact, if you haven't seen that vinyl video, check it out at the end of this video. I did actually a big review of the actual big figure, and it literally is the same. It's the same metallic-y limited edition version, and the base is exactly like it. So that's the only thing that I don't really like about it. The other thing as well is we've noticed that a few of the figures are slightly broken. Like the Sonic leg came off one. The Badnik as well.
That's
his
the
leg
only
comes off.
other issue I have with them, because even though we've not covered them in this video, I have noticed the same thing with a couple of the key rings.
Yeah,
and it's not made.
The Buzz Bomber as well. His wings seem to be slightly damaged in a lot of them, I think.
Yeah, it's not really. The Buzz Bomber's definitely not a major issue, I don't think, and the damage is easily repairable, but it's just a little annoying when you sort of take something at the box and leg falls off.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that is literally all we can say on this, other than, once again, this is what a full collection of these will actually look like if you're lucky enough to get them all. You got anything else to say?
No, I do think that they're really cool figures, and if you can pick them up, I would definitely recommend them, and they are definitely the best Badnik figures that you can get, and I do really love this one as well. But yeah, especially considering how unaffordable the Tomy Badniks are nowadays, and how just the Jazzwares ones weren't that great, really, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I would definitely sort of pick them up for that reason.
Yeah, cool. So, highly recommended. Yay. Okay, guys, thanks very much for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.